Okay, this is clearly my CPF Italia Cometa. I'm going to turn this light off now that I'm using to illuminate it, and we're going to shine it down the... There's the tail cap all lit up. Obviously it's on now. And back down to moon, right? So running through the modes, right? This, of course, is my, I don't know if you guys can see it, my shitty smartphone. Let's look at the calendar. Oh, nope, calculator. Calendar. Come on. Can you guys see that? I don't know if it focuses. Alright, so yeah. See it? January 2nd. Very early in the morning. So yeah. That's your proof of life on your Cometa. Hey everybody, unless you're one of the two people this is kind of directed towards, probably not going to find this video very interesting. It concerns a sale of a flashlight and also a little bit of my reluctance to sell stuff over the internet. So probably going to want to tune out now unless you're somehow consumed by watching me talk about stuff that doesn't really matter. The first person that I want to address is my friend Roman. I really admire him because when he has gear that he's not using, he's quick to sell it. If it's not providing value, he gets rid of it, gets whatever money he can get back out of it. Me, on the other hand, I never get rid of anything. I mean, I know it's a psychological issue. The math obviously benefits his way of thinking, right? Spend $100 on something, you're getting no use out of it. You sell it for 70, at least you're 70 ahead, right? But to my way of thinking, I think that I've lost a whole $100. It's irrational, I know, to some extent, but that's just the way I am. So yeah, I really admire Roman. He blows out stuff all the time. And if you ever seen like my bag video or you are on the Budget Light forum, I'm sorry I'm squinting. It's kind of bright out, but it's hurting my eyes a little bit. Anyway, so I apologize for that. Over at BLF, you know, I have a pretty huge flashlight collection that's posted up with pictures and stuff. So, you know, most of that stuff I don't really use all the time. There's certain things that I use constantly and some stuff that I use never. Which is going to become important in a little while. But we often have these debates, Roman and I, every once in a while, about how I should just sell stuff, right? But I just can't do it. Part of it, like I said, is that I feel like I'm losing money. And the other part is I don't really want to be hassled. I don't want to have deals go bad, whatever. And, you know, I have had a fair number of dealings on the internet with people from various forums, and they generally turn out pretty good. But that leads me to the next person I'd like to address. I'm not going to mention his name or his username or whatever, but a few weeks ago he was looking to buy one of these 2016 Cometa flashlights from Candle Power Forum, the Italian version of that forum. And anybody who's familiar with this flashlight knows that it's a complete piece of crap. Had a lot of design issues, out of spec issues right from the beginning. In fact, I have a video ranting about that on this channel. So I've done the simple fixes when I first got it. And it just sits with all my other flashlights that I don't use, right? Like I have probably a half dozen that I use constantly, and the rest of them sit in a Pelican 1600 box that, you know, they just sit there vertically surrounded by foam, and it's a flashlight collection. You know, I have to call it a collection, otherwise my wife doesn't understand it at all. So yeah, but a few weeks ago, somebody wanted to buy one, and he was asking her, you know, if anybody had any for sale, and he was dealing with somebody, and it didn't seem like that deal was going to materialize. It was getting close to Christmas. So I was like, well, that stupid flashlight's not doing me any good. I don't like it. I'm afraid to keep a cell in it for, even though the fixes have been done. And just, I can't be bothered with worrying about flashlights, right? I mean, if it was just me in the house, it'd be fine. But like, I have a wife and kids, and I don't want to mess around with a flashlight that's not really good to go. And it's too big to EDC, really, even for me, which I generally carry a fairly good sized flashlight. So I said, like, hey, if the deal's gonna fall through, let me know. I have one I'm probably willing to sell. And so a couple days ago, whatever, he contacted me, and we were discussing it or whatever, and he asked me what I thought about the flashlight, and I was completely honest. I repeated basically everything that was in my video. I also put the video up in the private message, and then told him how much I wanted for it. Told him, would use PayPal. And the next message I got was like something to the effect like, I'll take it, but as long as I have a no DOA clause or something in there. And I mean, that kind of raised a little bit of a red flag to me. I'm sorry, guys, I have a little bit of a cold. A little bit of a red flag to me because, this guy's got less than 100 posts on Budget Light Forum, and I have about 2,500. And not that necessarily means anything, but I'm pretty well known on BLF. At least I've been around a decently long time, and I post fairly frequently. But on top of that, if you Google in T.H.Cone and EDC, not only do you get my YouTube channel, and again, that's not a big YouTube channel, but there's various gear forums that I'm all over the place on. And again, I'm sorry for the frog in my throat, but I'm all over the place. I'm easy to find. I wouldn't want my name tarnished. Why would I be sending you a light that doesn't work? And especially with PayPal, because PayPal, in my experience, buying budget flashlights and junk like that from overseas, is like they tend to side with the buyer, not the seller. So if I was to mail them something other than what I told them I was going to mail them, you have recourse right there, right? I didn't ask for a postal money order or something before I even ship it out. And so that raises a red flag, and the lawyer in me thinks that that's like the opening setup to get the flashlight, claim it doesn't work, and to make it easier to deal with PayPal, he could be like, well, this T.H.Cone guy agreed that if the flashlight didn't work when I got it, I wouldn't have to pay him, right? So that's just the cynical lawyer in me. And, I don't know. It left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I told him I would post a video, which is what I'm about to do, with proof of life, right, that the flashlight does indeed work, but I'm leaning towards not even selling it to him because I just can't be bothered, really. I mean, it's already, like, taking time to, like, make a video of the flashlight working.